Hi, I'm Jillian and welcome to my camper. We bought this camper 4 years ago and we purchased it brand new, which was kind of a big step for us. And since then we've done a ton of week-long trips, 2-week trips. We did a 6-week and a 12-week, and right now we're in the middle of an 8-month trip. We travel with our 5 kiddos and 4 pets. The thing with traveling in a camper, it's not really like camping. I kind of joke that traveling in a camper is for people who love to explore new places but hate to leave home. So we have an almost embarrassingly amount of home in our camper. But for us, it makes traveling really comfortable and convenient. And honestly, with the 5 kids and homeschooling and running a business and all that, it makes it possible. So over here is our first little section of our kitchen. I love traveling with our water purifier because water in campgrounds can be sketchy. Our coffee maker, our nice water kettle. And over here we also have like the tablets and stuff for the kids, and we can charge that. Down here we keep laundry pods we use when we travel because it's really convenient in like a laundromat situation. Our dryer sheets, a little mini blender, which I love, lots of water bottles, a griddle that we use a ton, and mixing bowls and strainers and all that stuff. We have a double sink, which is super helpful. One downside of campers is they're not super well made. So like our little hot water handle thing, it broke off. We haven't replaced that yet. How we organize this: Costco size laundry detergent. We've got a couple spices down here, our silverware. In the fourth drawer, we do our oven mitts, food thermometer. We barbecue a lot, and I got salmonella food poisoning once, so we have 2 of them because I'm a lot of particular at making sure my meat is thoroughly cooked. And then all of our utensils, and some of these we keep in the camper. Some are things that we take from home. And then over on this side, we've got some of our most common spices that we like. We keep paper towels, potatoes, onions, sweet potatoes, all that kind of stuff down there. This little oven is the world's most useless oven because it has that unique ability to burn things while they remain frozen. I'm not sure how it does it. We don't use it ever at all. So for us, it is storage for cake pans, cooking racks, cookie sheets. One of my kiddos loves baking, so she bakes cakes for all sorts of occasions. She makes up holidays just to have a reason to bake a cake. We do all of that in our Ninja. We do meat and vegetables and cupcakes and toast. I think we can make like 12 pieces of toast in here in one go, so we use this every single day. Our fruit, keep a little family photo, couple magnets from home. Microwave gets used a lot. Back here, I'm getting ready to start some seeds today, so we're getting our little seed starting setup ready. Up here is a jumble of plates. We got these kind of cheap plastic plates because they stack really thin, and our kids use those. I apparently am too fussy to use cheap plastic plates, so we have thick plastic plates for the adults. We brought our mugs from home. It's like the one thing I'm kind of a little bit of a hoarder of is coffee mugs, so we had to bring those, especially from home. A bunch of bowls, a little bit of Tupperware. Always a massive amount of dark chocolate stashed everywhere in the camper. a food scale. Like, these are the random things that if you were backpacking, if you were going to an Airbnb, like, you probably wouldn't bring your food scale. But like I said, camper life is for people who don't like to leave home. So at home, I like having a food scale because apparently I'm incapable of knowing how much an ounce of nuts is. I always grab like 5 ounces and I'm like, yeah, that seems like a small handful. We got a fridge and a freezer. Our bunnies, Pumpkin and Jelly Bean, hang out here. Our cat litter box, which we probably could have cleaned out, but apparently that didn't happen. So our biggest, I would say, struggle or thing that we have to accommodate the most, having 7 people in the family, is food storage. So we use this whole section for food storage. Plus, I am trying to start a bunch of seeds, so I have like all of the seeds organized by month of when I'm starting what thrown in there. Over here, everyone gets 1 jacket. And then we have some extra, kind of like for our big bulk stuff, like a massive Costco size olive oil gets shoved down at the bottom. These are like pet treats and bones, and trash bags go over there. And then we have 2 bunk beds. They're full size bunk beds. And I'll let you scoot in. This is clean and organized for these spaces. My children are a little bit of hoarders, so they have buckets of books and school stuff. They end up in here. Down here, we keep our extra shoes, cat litter, a yoga mat. I have a foam roller that I love traveling with. Again, something you might not do if you have to bring a suitcase, but is super helpful for me. And then we got a couple of these storage things. So this top one's mine, just kind of bathroom stuff. Some hair dye, which apparently I may never use. I don't know, we're just going all natural on this trip because I haven't been able to be bothered about that yet. Lots of markers, a stain stick, just random stuff. Of course, you put your goggles next to your pet brush. These things obviously go together in this space. Also next to vitamin C. A little bit of hodgepodge. Down here, we work out with bands while we travel, so we've got all of our bands and our little body weight movement exercise cards to try to keep us on track. We keep our broom and our dustpan tucked in over here. And then I will show you our very glamorous bathroom. So I've got another one of these little storage things, heaps of toilet paper. What you didn't see under the kitchen sink is we have a case of Febreze because this many stinky children feet and pets, we go through a case of Febreze. But we come into the bathroom. So what we started this year was this clothing storage system. So this is where we keep our kids' clothes. There's 3, this is in the shower. We just added a rod across there. 3 things, and in the bottom is our trash can and our dirty laundry bin. And then all of our shampoos are down there, our scale, and underneath here we've got a first aid kit, my husband's hair clippers, that kind of stuff goes down there, and a medicine cabinet with vitamins and supplements, toothbrushes, usually an obscene amount of toothpaste for no good reason. I'll open this up, but this converts to a bed where one of our kiddos sleeps on, and then underneath each of these benches is food storage. Like I said, we really prioritize food storage. So that's what we put down there. And then up here is our kids' school stuff and art stuff. So this is watercolors, paint, clay. This little bucket has like 5 or 6 card games in it. And then over here, a whole bunch of workbooks, a whole bunch of math workbooks, other things back there. Binoculars, acrylic paint pens go back there. Continuing over here, so we've got our TV, our DVD player, we've got 2 big cases of DVDs, sunglasses, a tape measure for all those important things when you're traveling that you need to measure that are 25 feet or longer. Cups go down here. Our kids can't all quite reach up there, so their water cups go down here. Usually there's like 25 of them on this very small counter, but for now, they're where they belong. But this is a ton of just their school stuff, workbooks, extra books, everything that isn't like hoarded other spots. It mostly goes down there, like an Oculus, chargers, all that fun stuff. And then up here is kind of coffee and tea central. The whole cupboard dedicated to that, from instant coffee, coffee filters, ground coffee. We brought our coffee, tea, loose leaf. We bought our coffee grinder, but my very sweet husband makes a pot of coffee for me in the morning while I'm still sleeping. And as you'll see, I sleep like 6 feet from where the coffee is made. So when he was grinding coffee in the morning on my behalf while I was trying to sleep, it was super loud. So now we just go with ground coffee while we travel. And this is my tea assortment, and you'll see all of the tea boxes outside, but I keep a little assortment up here. Now to the bedroom. So this is kind of the master bedroom. These doors here slide, so at night we can close it and have a little bit of privacy from all of the kiddos. And this is our closet space. So I have a whopping linear foot of closet space that we hang all of this stuff in. Down below I also keep like a back massager and a couple things tucked in there, hats, socks, some pants. This is all of my clothing. And you'll see under the bed, I actually packed a little bit more clothing for the trip. And turns out when we travel, I mostly wear casual wear, so I didn't need a huge variety of things. This is kind of like my little bedtime stash of like lotion that I use at night and my garden journal, those kinds of things go here. Adam and I each have a hook for our hat and usually a hoodie or a jacket. And we will look under the bed where we store a lot of random stuff. Okay, so because I do coaching while we travel, I've got probably 100 client files here. These are a little bag of extra clothes that I brought that we didn't use, and some extra clothes for my kiddos that they didn't use. This is our little Christmas tree cookie jar that we put out for Christmas time. A printer to print work stuff. A bunch of extra books after our kids go through them get kind of stored over here. Extra kind of medicine, things like that from home. As far as sleeping arrangements, obviously Adam and I share kind of the queen size bed. Usually it's 1 or 2 kiddos on the pull-out, 1 kiddo on the table to bed conversion, 1 in the top bunk, 1 in the bottom bunk, plus the dog sleeps there. The cat sleeps wherever she wants. The whole camper is in her domain. Yeah, so that's how we kind of fit 7 people sleep-wise in this camper. And the best part of camping homeschooling and living in a camper is constantly having a new and exciting view. This is what makes all those little trade-offs, like no freshly ground coffee, worth it in the end, to, especially for a Montana girl. Right now it's early March, so Montana is like frozen and cold and gray. To just be in a t-shirt and sandals on the ocean is pretty darn special. So let me show you our outside space. We've got a number of chairs. They're not all set up, but we probably have half a dozen chairs. This outside part is an outside, it was originally designed as an outdoor kitchen. For us, it is outdoor food storage. So we store a whole bunch of like mac and cheese and pasta. Travel with bird food because I love feeding the birds. I kind of joke that like we see them in Montana and then we travel with them down to warm sunny places. This is kind of a mess, but it's like probably a dozen tea boxes, pasta. This is a cook station, but like I said, we never use it as that. We just use it as outside food storage. Then over here, I have very ambitious plans for gardening while we travel. So we've got a bunch of potting soil. We do a lot of our meat cooking outside, so we grill almost every night. But we also use an outdoor propane burner. Our indoor one, it works okay, but it's actually not great for like boiling water for pasta, things like that. So we usually do that outside. Got some propane tanks, a lot more soil kind of stashed under there. Of course, beach toys. And then in this storage, it's bouncy balls and basketballs and more chairs and a wetsuit and a boogie board and a volleyball, gas and tools. Little things to roast marshmallows. All sorts of random stuff go out here. And an outdoor rug with the hope that we can keep some of the sand out of our camper, but that 0% happens. We probably sweep up half a cup of sand a day. There's so much in our bed that it like exfoliates my legs as I sleep, which also not my favorite. So I hope you guys have enjoyed just a little peek into what it's like doing a massive road trip, 5 kids and 4 animals and homeschooling and running a business and my husband going to school and life on the beach.